Right now at 6 o'clock, a man is dead after a shooting in New Haven. What police and the mayor are saying about the shooting this morning.
And a grandmother expected to face a judge accused in connection to an incident where her grandson shot himself. She's not the only one charged. Brooke Griffin is going to explain.
And history taking flight in New Haven. How Avello's latest destination is working to strengthen roots to people here in Connecticut. We'll explain.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thanks so much for starting your day off with us, America Arias.
And I'm Keith McGilvery. Great to spend a little time with you as Tim enjoys the day off. Yeah, whether you're joining us on Fox 61 or Fox 61 Plus, always grateful you're here as we get started with a check of the weather.
Now we're checking in with Matt Scott.
Good morning.
Frost out there on the windshields once again.
Oh, it's a little nippy out there.
Yeah.
Temperatures are down now. They'll be responding, though, to a lot of sunshine later on, and the temperatures will actually finish off at a kind of normal point. So it's just a morning chill we have to deal with. Warmer, drier in the 7-day. For now, we'll talk about what's in store for early next week coming up. Satellite radar pictures, quiet. North wind, much lighter, and as a result, temperatures are down without the clouds. You don't have that blanket keeping the numbers warm. So everybody is at or below freezing. Bridgeport at 32, Hartford at 29, but look at Wilmanic at 25, 25 Windsor Locks. At the very least, the winds are calm, so we're not taking additional points off of the thermometer. 30 now and a frosty start for the high schoolers going to the bus this hour. 50, let me try that again, 50 with a few more clouds later on this afternoon as temperatures get to just about where they need to be for daytime highs. Numbers are up and numbers are down. We'll tell you which ones shake out for the weekend coming up. Are the speedometers up or down? First time I get to say good morning to Rachel Piscatelli.
Hey, good morning, Matt. For the most part, I think we're running smoothly across the board here. We have some areas of road work that are still out there at 6 o'clock, but they will begin to kind of break down over the course of, I would say, the next couple of minutes. So over in Waterbury, we also have some road work over in Wallingford too. So 91 southbound still dealing with some areas of some cones out there between exits 13 and 10. And then taking a look at Waterbury exit 18 through 22. We do have a couple of lanes blocked. Traffic speeds are averaging just around 13 miles per hour. And we also have road work over on Route 8, both directions between 30 and 35 in that same area. So just taking a quick peek of your drive times, Waterbury towards exit 18 to 25, it's 7 minutes, so not bad. Waterbury exit 25 to 18, it's a 4-minute drive. Over in Hartford, 84 east and westbound, running smoothly this morning. Keith and Erica.
Rachel, thanks so much. 6:03 right now, and police in 2 cities have their hands full this morning as they investigate the latest rounds of gun violence.
Yes, there's a lot that's happened overnight. Want to start in New Haven, where a 29-year-old man is dead. Witnesses say they heard at least a dozen gunshots here. The mayor among those who turned out at the scene last night. We asked Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro to head to police headquarters to try to piece some of this together. Angelo, I know it's early, but what do you know at this point?
Keith, Erica, good morning. Police have not identified the victim in this case just yet. Also, no word yet about a suspect or any potential suspects in this case as well. This all unfolding yesterday afternoon. This was 4:50 p.m. This was the scene as police responded. And that was Grand Avenue and East Pearl Street. That is where officers found this 29-year-old victim who had been shot multiple times. He was taken to the hospital and sadly pronounced dead. Police also say it was reported before the shooting that a vehicle was driving down East Pearl Street towards Exchange Street. They say a passenger from that vehicle started shooting and hit the victim. Police did find that vehicle later with nobody inside, and that was towed for processing. Mayor Justin Elliker visiting the scene, offering support to people who live and work nearby.
It's a really scary thing, right? I was just talking to the folks in some of the stores, and they are just trying to make a living, and to have something like that, particularly there was around 14, 15 shots fired. That's a terrifying thing.
The mayor also telling us shootings in New Haven are down in the city compared to this time last year, but there have been at least 20 shooting deaths so far this year. Anybody with any information about this latest homicide is asked to call the New Haven Police Department. We are live in New Haven this morning. I'm Angelo Bafaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Angelo, thank you for that. We will check back in with you in our 7 o'clock hour. We do know 3 people hurt in a shooting in Hartford. Police saying it happened around 7:50 last night near Main and Willis Streets, about a block or so from Hartford Hospital. Officers say 2 of the victims found at the scene. A 3rd victim went to the hospital on his own. Officers have not said if they have any leads on any suspects in the shootings. And this morning, a grandmother due in court for arraignment after her grandson, according to authorities, accidentally shot himself in the head. Erica, this all unfolding in Watertown.
Yeah, she's one of 3 adults facing charges in this incident. Her partner and the boy's mother were arraigned yesterday. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Watertown this morning with the very latest on what's expected. Brooke, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you both. Now, all 3 of those family members are facing charges after that 14-year-old shot himself while he was at home alone back in September. The last of those 3 family members, the grandmother, is going to face a judge for the very first time today, and the other 2 were in court yesterday morning. We, of course, have that information as well. Watertown police say on September 30th, the teenager was at home alone on Hadley Street when he got a hold of an unsecured gun and accidentally shot himself in the head. Police say there were at least 20 guns in the house, many of which were not properly locked up. Court documents show Elizabeth Salkevsky and Jose Soto Barrios are both charged with criminal negligent storage of a firearm, 4 counts of risk of injury to a minor, and reckless endangerment in the first degree. The boy's mom, Patricia Malott, is also being charged with 4 counts of risk of injury to a minor. And some of those charges are 4 counts each because police say that there were 4 children total that lived in the home with the 3 adults, so they all were at risk. We spoke with the father of Ethan Song, the boy who died in 2018 after an accidental shooting with an unsecured gun at the neighbor's house. This dad has now made it his mission to teach others how important it is to properly store your guns.
These gun safes, they open like that. I mean, that's it. That's as much as it takes. My son would be alive if my neighbor, a negligent neighbor, had just taken the time to open the safe like I just did.
And one thing I do want to mention is that that 14-year-old boy is out of the hospital. He did survive that shooting and he is recovering today. We're also expecting to hear from the Watertown police chief later this morning where he'll be given an update on this case. We'll, of course, get those details out to you. Live in Watertown, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much for the update. We'll check back for sure. Meantime, at 6:07, parents of a 13-year-old who died from a fentanyl overdose at school are suing the Hartford School District. The parents of Ethan Reyes are blaming the school for the wrongful death of their son. They say staff failed to notice Reyes was suffering from an overdose. This happened in January of last year when the lawsuit says Reyes became unresponsive during gym class. His parents believe the lack of Narcan policies and training contributed to his death. We reached out to school district officials for the comment, but a spokesperson sent us this statement here saying Hartford Public Schools remains committed to creating safe, nurturing educational environments. The safety and well-being of our students and staff is our top priority. Due to the pending litigation, we will not issue further comment.
6:08 and happening today, the Connecticut Board of Ed is expected to hold a long-awaited hearing focusing on students' mental health in the Killingly School District. Last year, the school board voted, you'll remember, against a proposal to create a mental health center that would have been funded with grant money. In response, parents filed a complaint. The Department of Ed launching an investigation into whether voting against that proposal went against the educational interest of the state. Today's hearing will get started at 10 a.m. It's happening in Hartford.
Happening today, Avelo Airlines is launching its first ever flight from New Haven to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Check this out. We've got a live look here for you at the celebration. This is happening right now at Tweed New Haven Airport. You see state officials there, including the governor. They are set to speak. Now, this new flight is set to depart New Haven at 7:30 this morning. There's going to be a celebration in San Juan this afternoon. Then a return flight landing back here tonight. Connecticut has one of the highest concentrations of Puerto Ricans outside of the territory. Now, these flights out of Tweed are meant to help strengthen the bonds and reconnect people with family on the island. Fox 61 spoke to one of the people who will be aboard today's flight about what this means for boosting tourism in Puerto Rico.
We are a loving community, a family-oriented community, a passionate community. Who better than us, we as a people, to go back and support our other brothers and sisters on the islands.
The local government is making investments in tourism on the island. There's a big commitment from the governor, and I think this is our opportunity for us to bridge those connections with the government of Puerto Rico.
Again, the flight to San Juan is scheduled to leave at 7:30 this morning.
All right, Julia Block's down there. She will report on that throughout the day. 6:10. Meanwhile, love to share good news when we have it. Players with the Hartford Wolfpack will be waking up early today. The team has a morning face-off against their rivals, the Thunderbirds of Springfield. All part of the team's school day game. Students from around the state will be there this morning. They'll get to learn the science behind hockey and hopefully see the home team win and break and come back from a 2-game losing streak. The puck is set to drop at 11 a.m.